friends, it's Jessie here. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. For today's video, I'm going to be going over all of my June budget worksheets. I'm going to show you each and every single one, what they look like, and tell you how you can get them. So happy June, friends. I have already put my June budget worksheets up for my channel members. They're already available, so if you're a member and you're watching this, you can go to the community tab and scroll until you find it, download it, print it, and get yourself ready for June. I also have gone ahead and put my June budget worksheets up on Etsy. For those of you who are not channel members, but you still want to get your hands on my worksheets, they cost a little bit more on Etsy than they do if you join the channel membership, but you don't have to do the monthly commitment if you buy through Etsy. So everything is going to be linked down below. You can, choose whichever you prefer. But here is a little tour of my June budget worksheets. All of my worksheets are 8.5 by 11, and they are all printables. So they're PDF files. You download them, you print them at home, or you can download them and use either an iPad or a tablet and use them that way. I have had people tell me they've had success with resizing my worksheets and printing them smaller to use in smaller planners, but I can't tell you to do that. I can't tell you it'll work for sure, so buy at your own risk if you plan on doing that. Just know that if you purchase my worksheets, whether it's through my membership or through Etsy, I can't offer refunds. So if you join the membership to get the worksheets and you want to print them in a smaller size, but it doesn't work out for whatever reason, I can't give you your money back. And the same thing with Etsy. So do that at your own risk. Now that all the disclaimers are out of the way, here is a look at my June budget worksheets. I'm calling this collection Funky Floral. My channel members actually voted on this pattern. I put up a little poll in my members only community tab with a few different options. My members chose this one and I love it. I think it is so summery and pretty. I chose to highlight this beautiful orange color in these poppies here. And actually when I printed this, I was surprised. It printed out less bright and vibrant than what I was expecting based on how the pattern looked on my computer. And that's something I will say. With printable worksheets, they always print out a little bit different depending on your printer settings, depending on what type of printer you have. So your budget worksheets, when you get them all printed out, may look slightly different than this, maybe a little brighter, maybe a little less vibrant. That's just kind of the nature of printable worksheets. So keep that in mind before you buy as well. So the way that I have my worksheets set up is I have an undated bundle. You can buy the undated bundle on Etsy. I also have a dated add-on that you can buy on Etsy. If you join my channel membership at the Budget Bestie tier, which is my highest tier, you get access to both bundles. So you'll get all of the worksheets here. And I'm gonna go through them really quickly and show you what they look like. So the budget bundle here, it's undated. So you get a budget title page. And I do have these set up so you can print them back to back like a book, or you can print them each page individually. I printed them back to back just to save on paper and so that I can punch them and put them into a planner. It comes with a 2-page undated calendar. So it's just a blank calendar. You can fill in the month up top. You can write in your dates. You can use this for June or July or August. Because it's undated, you can use it any month of the year, which is the beauty of the undated worksheets. You get a monthly overview. So again, you can use this any month of the year. It's not month specific. And there is a place here to list your debt. You can use this to keep track of how much debt you have overall, or you can use this to make a list of your debt payments. However you want to do it. Personal finance is personal. You don't have to use any of these worksheets in the way that I intended. You can use them any way you want. There's a section here for goals, so you can write your goals. There's a place here for your credit score. Maybe you want to keep track of your credit score month to month and watch it change. I left plenty of room so you can keep track of your credit score, your spouse's credit score, or you can write a little list of what you're gonna do to raise your credit score. You can use it any way you want. And then there's also a note section here. So maybe you write down something unique that's happening in the month that's going to affect your budget, or just something you need to remember. You don't have to use this necessarily for your budget, this note section. Maybe it's birthdays that you want to keep track of, whatever you want. You also get the monthly budget worksheets. So this is a really simplified look at your monthly budget. There's a place here for income, estimated and actual, as well as the difference, and then there's a place here to list your bills and expenses. I personally like to use this monthly budget worksheet to keep track of my small business here on YouTube. I keep track of the income that comes in from my YouTube channel, my Etsy shop, any expenses for the month. I have a very small, simple budget overview for my business, so that's what I use this for. You can use it any way you want. You get access to the sinking funds worksheet. So this is a place where you can keep track of your funds. If you have short-term savings and you have multiple sinking funds, you can list each fund here, the beginning balance, how much you added throughout the month, how much you subtracted throughout the month, and then your ending balance. And you get the transaction log where you can keep track of the transactions that happen in your sinking funds, or you can use this, you know, by the week or per month, however you want to do it. Maybe you have a lot of transactions for your sinking funds and you want to print multiple pages. You can do that as well. I have the paycheck budget worksheet. So maybe you don't budget by month. Maybe you would prefer to budget by paycheck. You can do that here with this worksheet. There's a place here for your income. I have this one labeled as checking, so anything that you pay using your checking account, bills that come out automatically. You can also just ignore this heading and use the section for whatever you want. There's a place here for cash envelopes. Maybe you're a cash budgeter. If not, you can just ignore that heading and use this section for whatever you want. There's a section here for sinking funds. Maybe you add money every paycheck to your sinking funds. You can do that here. There's an extra debt column, and then there's your totals here. So you have your income, you can list your income here, and then subtract what you did in this column, what you spent in this column, and this column, and get what's remaining. And then there's a little section down here. You can use whatever's remaining to put into savings, and you can use this section here for that. I also have a cash breakdown worksheet where you can help figure out what denominations you want to take out from the bank. I know a lot of people still use cash for their budgets, so you can list out each of your categories. Maybe it's groceries and gas and eating out, the amount you want to take from the bank, and then in what denomination. You can get your total bill count and your value of bills, and then there's a notes section here to keep track of anything else that you need to remember. Maybe you want to write down how much you're depositing in the bank or how much you had to roll over. However you want to do it. You also get an expense tracker, and this is what I use every week. I use a new expense tracker every week for my budget. I apologize for the shadows, by the way, you guys. I am filming at a very, very different time of day than I usually do, and my lighting is not great, so I do apologize for that, but hopefully you can still get the gist here. I use a new expense tracker every week. There's a place here to list the date, the transaction, so where you spent the money, the category, if you categorize your transactions, you would use this, how much you took out or how much you deposited, depending on how you are doing this. Maybe you put in $100, you could list that as a deposit, and then you can get an ending balance. So you can use this like a check register, and you can stick it right into your planner, and it matches all your other worksheets. It's fantastic. You don't have to use it that way. For me, I just use the date, transaction, category, and withdrawal amount, and I figure out how much I've spent in each of my budget categories. I use highlighters to help me add everything up and see at a glance. This, for example, is my May expense tracker, and that is how I use it. But again, you can do it any way that you want. So you get that, and you can print as many of these as you would like. There's a weekly check-in. So if you do a monthly budget, but you want to check in with some of your categories each week, you can do that here. There is a place to list the category, your starting balance, how much you added to that category, how much you spent, and what is remaining. So you can use this if that's how you choose to budget. Next up is my 2-page hybrid budget worksheet bundle here, and this is my favorite. I absolutely love my hybrid budget because it is a place where I can budget both monthly and weekly. So I can get an overall monthly budget, and then I can check in each week with my variable categories. I have a zillion videos on my channel showing how I use my hybrid budget worksheet, so check those out if you are interested in seeing how I use this. But again, you can use it any way that you like. If you have any questions about any of these worksheets, or you'd like to see any of these worksheets in action, how I use them, you can request that down below as well. I'd be happy to film a video sharing a tutorial on how I personally use all of these different worksheets. So that's the 2-page hybrid budget. You get a debt tracker here, so you can keep track of each of your debts. There's a place here to list the creditor, the interest rate, the starting balance, the minimum payment, the account number, the credit limit, and the due date. And then you can list all of the transactions, whether you made a payment or you used the card, and keep track of your debt. There's a spending comparison here where you can compare your spending categories from last month to this month, so you can see the change. Maybe you spent more this month in groceries than last month. You can figure out exactly how much, and that can help you figure out you know, what to do for the following month in terms of your budget. I really like to do the spending comparison. Then there's a notes page. You can never have too many places to jot down notes when it comes to your budget, at least in my opinion. And last but not least then, these are just extra expense trackers that I've printed for myself because I use a new one every week. But lastly, in the budget bundle, there is this patterned paper. So you can use this as a back cover for your little budget notebook, or you can use this as a patterned paper to make a cash envelope with, whatever you want. Maybe it's a divider in your budget planner. I got a request to do pattern paper like this a couple of years ago, and I thought it was a genius idea, and I've been doing it every month since. So that is the undated bundle. It's 17 different worksheets, and then you also can get the dated add-on. So what you do with this essentially is replace these couple of worksheets here in the front to make this dated for June. So you can replace the budget title with the one that says June, so this is a June specific worksheet bundle. I also have the dated calendar, so you can use this for June and take out the undated calendar, and then you also get the June overview. So it's essentially the same first 4 worksheets, just specifically dated for June. So if you're buying from Etsy, you do, if you want all of these worksheets, you buy both. You buy the undated bundle and the dated add-on. Or maybe you don't need the dates and you're fine with entering your own dates into the worksheets, you can just buy the undated bundle. I don't offer any of these worksheets individually. It was just too much of a hassle to list everything out individually on Etsy, and people weren't really buying them that way. So the only way you can get my worksheets from Etsy is in bundles. You can buy just this bundle, or you can add on this bundle. For my channel members, there's a couple of membership tiers that have perks related to these budget worksheets. So if you join at the top tier of my channel membership, you get all of the worksheets. You get both bundles. If you join at the budget buddy tier, you get just a couple of worksheets. You get the paycheck budget worksheet, so you can budget by paycheck, and you also get access to the 2-page hybrid budget worksheet. So if you join at the Budget Buddy tier, which is, oh, I don't know the price right off the top of my head. I'll pop it up here on the screen. You get access to the hybrid budget worksheet and the paycheck budget worksheet. That is a change from previous months. You used to just get the hybrid budget worksheets and then a savings challenge, but I found that not a lot of people were using the savings challenge, so I wanted to offer something different. So starting this month, you'll get the hybrid budget 2-page bundle and the paycheck budget. And if you want all of the worksheets, join at the Budget Bestie tier. So there's also other perks that you get by joining my channel membership at the different tiers. So I'm gonna go through those really, really quickly, but if you were only interested in the worksheets and what they look like and how you can get them, you can go ahead and click out here. Thanks for watching. But if you want a quick overview of all of the different membership tiers, the lowest tier of my membership is the PAL tier. And if you join at that tier, you get early access to all of my videos, all of my main channel videos. So typically my videos go up on weekdays at 6 p.m. But if you join at the PAL tier, you'll get early access. You'll get to see them before anyone else. You also get a little badge by your name to indicate to me that you are a channel member. So you get first responses to your comments and that sort of thing. So that's the PAL tier. For the next tier up, it is the Buddy tier. So the Buddy tier gets everything from the PAL tier, so you get the early access to the videos and the badge and all of that. You also get a welcome message in the community tab from me, just welcoming you to the membership. You do get that at the PAL tier. For Buddy, you get all of those things, plus you get members only videos, which is really exciting. I post at least 4 member-specific videos every month that you don't see unless you're a channel member, so that is exciting. If you join at the Budget Buddy tier, it's essentially the same thing as the Buddy tier. You get all of those perks, plus you get the worksheets I talked about, the 2-page hybrid budget worksheet and the paycheck budget worksheet. And then my Budget Bestie tier is my top tier. You get early access to the videos, you get the members only videos, all of the things I've already talked about, and you get every single one of these budget worksheets. So that is the best value. That is the tier that I encourage people to join if they're into the principal budget worksheets and they want to get their hands on them. It's a significant discount from buying them on Etsy, but I know not everybody wants to commit to a monthly membership, so I offer them on Etsy as well, so you can just buy like them one time. So that's a look at all of my worksheets and a quick rundown of all of my membership tiers. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you real soon. Bye, friends.